A lawmaker in California is proposing a new law that would strike back against the bane of celebrities everywhere, the paparazzi. These are the guys who are armed with cameras. They hunt down celebrities to get candid photos, which they then sell to the tabloids. But are they out of control? You watch these guys in action, and it looks like a feeding frenzy often. Our resident culturologist, Dr. Shirley Steinberg, is here. And you know, Shirley, we see these crazy images of the paparazzi going after these people, and it's really quite mind-boggling to the extent to which they'll go. What's happening when we see these images? What's going on?
They are mind-boggling, and they're scary. And I like the fact that you said the word guys twice, because they are guys. This is a very male-dominated profession. You need to be tall, you need to be big, and you need to be mean. And so what happens is these people actually physically get into the space of celebrities, of famous people, and basically destroy their entire quality of life.
We're watching some images of Britney Spears, who's had a lot of encounters with the paparazzi over the especially the last couple of months. Do you think this kind of thing should be made illegal, or at least controlled, like a lawmaker in California wants to do?
Absolutely. It's illegal in most countries in Europe. It's illegal in England. It is ironic that it has been breached, but there's always been very serious ramifications when it has been breached. In California, there is an anti-stalking law. This would give clause to it. Right now, the anti-stalking law is you just can't do continued harassment. Well, what is harassment? This would allow the law to go against people who are bullying, who are physically invasive, and who do harass people.
Okay, now let me be devil's advocate here. There are people out there who will say, you know, cry me a river. You're a celebrity. You've chosen this as a career. You know, deal with it. I mean, this is just part of the game.
It's not.
And you don't cry when anyone's running around trying to buy your albums or running around trying to go to your concert, right?
That's right. That's right. It's not, though. It's a game that depends on who you are. Like Jenna and Barbara Bush, the president's little drinking, drug-taking daughters, they had a couple of news lines, and boy, that got off the air fast. Now, they're people that are political people, they're public people. But when it comes to a star, and it tends to be a female star, there's very little harassment that goes to men, or they'll get punched in the face, as Alec Baldwin and Sean Penn have proven.
Right.
So we're harassing women. This is a misogynistic practice by a male group of people with cameras that are pushing and crunching in on very small women.
One of the paparazzis that have been tracking Britney Spears actually, I guess, stopped doing this as a job, and he said it felt wrong to be hunting a woman who may be dealing with a mental illness.
I think he's right. I think he didn't go far enough, because maybe he needs to look at the fact that possibly the paparazzi has contributed to this mental illness. There's a huge amount of writing by former stars and current stars, females, who've said that the pressure of the paparazzi destroyed their life. Princess Diana talked about it in her interviews, that the actual practice of the paparazzi led to her bulimia and her own self-embarrassment. There were pictures of the woman doing her exercises in a gym, something no woman wants to be photographed doing.
So who's to blame here? I mean, is it the paparazzi, or is it the people that buy the magazines? Because, you know, you sell these photos to magazines and they can get a lot of money. So who's really to blame here?
Well, this is the chicken egg thing. I think we're to blame, and I think as a public we need to stop just saying I'm not interested. I think the news media needs to stop, but I also believe that the paparazzi need to have some sort of standard of responsibility. I think there's a lot of blame to go around, and I think the celebrities are the victims, and I don't care how much money they make. They're still being victimized.
Because it's very difficult to live your life like this,
You
I guess.
can't. Exactly. The irony of Eva Longoria can go jogging on Wisteria Lane on television, but she cannot go jogging in real life. I think that's tragic.
All right, Dr. Shirley, thanks very much for this.
Thanks, Todd.
And we will be right back.